Hello, traders, and welcome to TradingWithBill.com. I'm Bill, and we're going to talk a little bit about Forex today, but cloudy skies. Oh, we got some bad rain yesterday. Woohoo! It was drenching out there. I mean, pouring down some rain yesterday afternoon. Yeah, it was so bad I couldn't see the condominium like across the way from me. That's how bad it was. Yeah, it was coming down. Nice. Traders, looks like the dollar index 96.59. Dollar is strong. Dollar is really, really strong. Take a look at what's coming out in data today. We did have some data come out of the U.S. Nothing. TickNet long-term transactions was a bad number. But other than that, not much. We got some uh, uh, some yen stuff coming out. Trade balance coming out in about 4 minutes. So that'll be like probably 45 minutes before you see this video, maybe even an hour by the time I get it uploaded. So about 2 hours from now, it's currently 6:45 a.m. in Thailand on a Thursday. That'd be 19:45 on a Tuesday night on Wall Street. Big one today is the Aussie has unemployment rate. As you know, they're not going to change that. I don't think they've done it in 2 years, right? Australia hasn't changed their, they haven't moved their, I'm sorry. No, sorry, it's talking about interest. Unemployment rate, but they expect it to stay the same. I was thinking about interest rate. Sorry. Unemployment change comes out today also out of the Aussie. So I get some Aussie stuff out there. What else is worth talking about? Retail sales out of the pound. Month on month, year on year for July. Then retail sales, regular retail sales comes out also. That's the big one. What else we got? Spanish 10-year obligation auction. Ooh. Trade balance out of the euro. U.S. today has building permits for July. That's probably a good one. And also housing starts for July and month on month for July comes out. Initial jobless claims, as always. Philadelphia Fed manufacturing comes out today. Philly Fed employment comes out today. I don't remember that being a mover. CAD's got manufacturing sales month on month today. Looking like they're looking for a decrease coming out at 1%. So that's what's going on there. Let's take a look at what happened in the U.S. session. I have to tell you, I did not last very long. I was in the U.S. session maybe about 20 minutes. The weather was horrible, and I just shut it down. Yeah, lightning and computers don't go together, so when I see the lightning, shut it down. All right, so what do we got? Crude taking the move to the downside. Now, this is interesting. This is now at 64.86. You know, my guide was always 65, so this just looks again to me that, you know, this is a buying opportunity. That big teal line is the 200 exponential moving average. So, you know, this looks like a bounce area, and possibly this is going to head up to the upside. You know, we're on our 4th day with red candles, so we'll see what happens with crude. I'm not touching crude at this point, but if I was gonna trade crude, crude is in an interesting area where I would think we could get a green candle today. We'll see what happens. The VIX. Wow, look at that spike on the VIX, huh? Currently, it is at 1464 on the VIX. That 1464 on the VIX. I mean, for mid-August, can't complain about that. The ESs, yeah, continuing for the red to the downside, and it looks like it's just going to continue. I don't see any movement there. And the dollar index, the Dixie, is at 96.71 on this chart, looking really, really nice. Take a look at gold. Just now it's at 111.06. Ooh, tumbling. And then, of course, we got the Euro 6E futures just heading to the downside. Just heading down she goes. All right, that's what's going on in the U.S. session yesterday and today, currently. Let's take a look at some charts. So I was up at I was up really early today. Anyhow, I looked at this Euro CAD and I thought it's pretty interesting. It's in an interesting level. If you look at a 30-minute chart, it's just below. It's about 15 pips below, 30 pips, 20 pips below the 200 exponential moving average. And this is a pair that really looks nice to the downside. Because you can basically take this all the way down to like 49.10 or something like that. But if you look at the daily, it just screams bearish. Look at this. The 10's right there. Just looks like it's just going to continue to downside. We have this up move here. This is the one I'm talking about. Now I think it's heading for the downside. We'll see what happens. But it's bearish. And that's what, top-down analysis, that's what we're looking for. What is it doing? Is it going up? Is it going down, right? This is a 4-hour chart. I love the 4-hour chart. I got to be honest with you, folks. Look at this. Moves to the upside, breaks above the 10. Again, this is why I think this is going to come back down. And just, this is a wide open space here. I know it's a 4-hour chart, but it's still a wide open space. But now, the other thing is, this can come back up to the 55. I don't think that's going to happen. I think this is going to end up continuing to the downside. And then we take a look at our Ikimoku. I think this is a really good summary of those two charts that we just saw. Look at this. It comes down, comes to support, right? Comes down here to support, 48.20, right? And then it comes all the way back up. And we're here at the cloud. And, you're hoping that this continues to the downside and you get a sell trade. Now, what's the problem with this chart, this 1-hour chart? Right? Yeah, you got stuff, right? You got stuff here, so you just gotta have to be careful with this. You got some moving averages in here. You got the 55 and the 10 right at each other, right at confluence area. So just watch that. However, if you go on Ikimoku, just pay attention to the cloud and what's going on. The future line says sideways, and 26 time periods back, right? This green line shows to the downside, giving us that indication that it wants to continue to go bearish. So that's what's going on with the EuroCAD. I thought it was interesting. I'll keep an eye on that today. Let's go take a look at what's going on. Not much. Let's see what we got, my friends. So this is the euro. Look at this. This is, here you go. Here's your day. Yes, this is your 24 hours yesterday, right? This is your 24 hours yesterday, right? You want this to pull up to this resistance level, at 1381. I never thought I'd be saying that. I thought when we had 15 it was bad. Now we're at 1381 on the euro, right? What are you going to do? Right? Yeah. Just continuing to the downside. The pound basically doing the same thing here, folks. Just nothing to do. We need something, right? Boom. Maybe it'll give us a pullback, but it's got to fight. It's got to fight that 55. Now it's below this area here. Maybe we could do something like this, right? Maybe we could do maybe somebody like that. I'd wait a couple hours, see if we get a couple of candles here. I wouldn't be jumping into this short right now, but maybe get a retest of this trend line. It's a valid trend line. It's a 3-touch trend line. Maybe get a retest of that and we can sell it. Because I don't think it's coming back to the 200. I'd be surprised if it comes back to the 55, to be honest with you. But either one of those is a good trade. But I think this trend line trade is probably going to be our best bet to get into a trade. And we'll take a look at the Aussie. Now, Aussie's got a lot of data coming out, so we want to, be aware of that. So, I'm not really keen on jumping in and doing anything until that data comes out. You can put this up here as a resistance area, which it is. And this is just out of the picture. This one's gone. See you later. Bye-bye. So, look at this. Just looks like it. This is, look at this. What's this? 2 days, 3 days, just sideways. No price action at all, my friends. None. And, of course, good old New Zealand dollar. My good old friend, the New Zealand. Let me move some of these arrows across. Boop. So, yeah, New Zealand dollar is not doing a lot, right? Sideways. Look at this. There's 2 days worth of action, right? Nothing, nothing, nothing. This looks like a buying opportunity, except what's the problem here? You got the 200 exponential moving average coming, right? Right? You get in, you're not going to get in until you close above the 55, right? I mean, that would be a smart thing. So you're going to get in at 65.70, and at 65.81, you got the 200. So that's really not a nice trade. And neither is it for a short, by the way, right? So we're in this nasty range is really what we're in, aren't we? We're in this really nasty range, and it's just got to get out of there, right? Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay, we could play. We could play. Right. So we're in this range here. You know, I don't know if we can get up to the top of the range, it wouldn't be bad, but we'll see what happens. Doesn't look like it's going to do anything. Looks like it's going to just continue the sideways motion, and it's not going to do anything. The dollar is strong. The Kiwi is weak. So you're expecting this to continue to the downside. Okay? Continue to the downside. Let's take a look at our Ikimukus. Look at this. We'll do this pretty quickly here. Take a look at this. Euro in the cloud. Nothing to do here. We're bearish, right? Our bias is bearish. We're looking for a selling opportunity. You'd love to see this come up to the resistance of the cloud and then pile it back down again. This is pretty nasty down here. We got a lot of support and resistance areas down here that we got to watch for. Do I want to enter it here? No. Future indicator showing straight out, really nothing happening. However, 26 time periods back, the screen line shows this thing a sharp down angle to the downside. So this is saying it's going to go down. Current price action indicator right here, this blue line, is on top of price. It looks like it's pushing its way down. So it could just continue in the motion that it's going. Take a look at the pound. This just keeps swiveling to the downside. I'm not doing nothing here, folks. This just looks dangerous to me. But, however, our future line, this red line, is pointing to the downside. Everything's pointing to the downside. It's 26 time periods back to the downside. Everything's just showing, this thing's going to continue to go bearish. The question is where you're going to get in. If you get in here, where you got to put your stop. Your stop's got to go here, folks. You got to protect yourself from the cloud. You'll probably get away with it there. 27.40. If you got in now, you're at 26.90. You're giving it a 50 pip stop. That's a pretty significant stop, right? Yeah, I'll hold off on that. We'll see what happens. We'll see what the day turns out to be. Aussie, we talked about, and of course, now at the top of the cloud, this is bearish. We don't know what the state is going to do. We're not going to get in front of a freight train, right? Let the data come out, let it do its thing, and that's 2.5 hours away. So just let this ride out and let it play its little game, and we'll take it from there. But definitely don't be entering a trade now, right? We'll let this data come out and see how price is at that point. And then, of course, we take a look at our Kiwi, now at the bottom of the cloud, right? Look at this big red candle. Bottom of the cloud, remember, 30-minute chart, bottom of the cloud. So we're coming out of the cloud, by rules, if this candle closes, you can take a short here. But you got to be careful, of course, at 65.50, right? You're at a significant level here and significant support, and current price is at 65.55. So you're not a lot, this is not, 65.48, so, you got to decide if you want to take that risk. This doesn't look good to me. I'd rather see this come back up to the top of the cloud, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think this is going to continue to the downside, but there's a good possibility this is just going to go sideways. Our future indicator line says sideways, and of course our 28 periods back shows this thing angled almost straight down to go lower. So that's what's going on, my friends. That's it. That's it. That's it. Traders, thanks for joining me. TradingWithBill.com. It's been a great day. It's going to be a better day because my day just started here in Thailand. And always remember to trade smart, not hard. We'll catch you on a Monday morning in Asia. As you know, I don't do a video on Friday as I have another obligation. Traders, have a great weekend. Have a good trading day. Have some fun. I'll see you on Monday. Have a good weekend break. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye. See you now.